In today's chapter 4, we read that Adam and Eve had a baby. Cain and another baby was born, Abel, two brothers, the first generation born on earth. And it was a wonderful time for them, full of hope and expectation for restoration and something great. And then Adam and Cain and Abel started working. Cain was a farmer and Abel was a shepherd, a cowboy, the first cowboy. And Cain and Abel brought forward offerings to the Lord out of their own compulsion. And Abel gave some of his fruits, whereas Abel brought the best, the firstborn of his flock. And because of this, we see that God was not happy or did not accept Cain's offering. And instead of Cain feeling convicted and changing his attitude and his behavior, we see that actually he reinforced his anger, his negativity. His face was downcast, we read here in chapter 5. So Cain was very angry and his face was downcast. So you see that man was already in his own self, within himself, was already a very angry, aggressive, negative person. And this is already 25% of the human population, and 50% of the first generation is already infected by death. So in verse 6, the Lord said to Cain, "Why are you angry? Why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must master it." So here we see God coming down, seeking to correct and encourage Cain. He doesn't abandon us. He doesn't leave us in our own rage and in our own negativity. But we see God is very gracious and merciful, and He comes down and consults with Cain and talks to him and encourages him. And in fact, even says, don't be negative. Don't be like this. If you do what is right, you will be accepted. And on top of that, He says, beware. So He warns him as well. He says, beware. Sin is crouching at your door. So all kinds of sin, definitely. We have temptations of all kinds, but temptation in and of itself is not wrong. We know this. But if we continue to meddle with it, if we don't change our attitude and behavior, then these unclean things, these negative attitudes like rage and anger and murder and sin and all these things, if we keep toying with it, playing with it in our minds and in our hearts and don't let it go, what will happen is it will come and attack you. It will take over you. It will kill you. So, reading again, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must master it. Which implies that we do have the power, the strength, the blessing of God to master it. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.